your boy Markel, back at it again with another video for y'all. You already know what it is, man. I know you seen the caption, bro. I'm doing something different. I'm doing a little bit of teaching y'all something that our parents or teachers don't teach us in school when we're younger. And I'm also gonna be doing things like telling y'all my experiences, just so y'all, like the people who didn't have it before, the people who's about to go to, like, for example, this video, people that's supposed to go to college to play football, maybe any type of sport, you know. Just want to give y'all my experience, my tips. So I'm gonna start doing more videos like that alongside with vlogs as well. I just wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something more helpful. Hopefully, you know, it's a better option for me to, you know, grow my content and keep stacking brick by brick and get more, you know, traffic coming my way. So we gonna see how this go. But as of today, this video is about upcoming college athletes, man. I just want to share y'all my experience at the University of Mary and playing college football. Hopefully it relates to other sports as well. I'm gonna try not to share names. I'm gonna try and keep this as formative but in a respectful way as possible. But I do want y'all to know the truth, okay? I want people out there to know the truth before they go into it with no clue at all. All right, so first of all, I wrote down a couple notes here. I'm gonna start off with my story, and then I'm gonna share what it was like, and then I'm gonna share some tips, and I'm gonna close it off from there. I don't wanna make this too long, so I'm gonna try and make it fast as possible. Basically, my story started off like this. I went to high school at Legacy in Las Vegas, and the recruits came there, and they were basically, I talked to the head coach and said I wanted to go to the next level, and he hooked me up with a meeting with the recruits from University of Mary, and they came to my school and they were like, yeah, you want to come here? And we're located in North Dakota. It's a D2 school, and mind you this, a lot of the schools that I've talked to before this and after this school were like D3, and D3, as most of you should know already, but if you don't know, D3 schools can only offer academic scholarships, not football or athletic scholarships, which sucks, but it is what it is. And D2, they can offer both, but they can't offer a full ride, okay? And D1, as we all know, you can get a full ride. But in my luck, I was able to go to University of Mary technically on a full ride. I went there and I didn't have to pay for anything. Like literally my scholarship covered everything until my last like 2 years. When I went to University of Mary, my first year, I ended up, you know, redshirting and, you know, developing, building muscle, all this and that. That's usually what it does. If you don't know, a red shirt is a developmental year, basically. That's what it is. And the coaches can decide if they want to redshirt you so you can get better and improve or whatnot, or they can take that away and save it for later. And some of them, like I think 2 players that I went there with, like I know for sure one of them who actually had graduated last year and had a tryout with an NFL team and all that. He ended up, they took his red shirt and he played his first season. He did good, and he was doing his thing, man. But I redshirted, and then the next year, no, it's like January, so like off season when he's doing workouts, running, agility, all of that. So basically, just like wake up and early in the morning, you go lift, you go run, and all of this and that. I can get more into that later, but at that point, the coaches that I was at that recruited me, that end of that season, they all got fired. Literally all of them. All of them got fired. If you look up University of Mary, I'm not gonna lie, they're on a losing streak. It's tough to go from Legacy High School that was, you know, on a winning streak to a school who just literally loses pretty much every game. But anyways, they got fired. The new coaches came in, and then during off season, like January, February, during that time, the coaches there, the new coaches were seeing my speed and my agility, all this and that. Even though I went to University of Mary as an offensive player, I got recruited as a receiver, and they had me as slot back, which is receiver slash running back. And then that coaching staff got fired, and a new one came in, and they were like, look, we're gonna move you to corner. And I was like, okay. As a young player, I'm like, yeah, I want to play. I want to do whatever's going to help the team. You know, that's, as a young athlete, you're going to think that you want to play, you want to do whatever it takes to get on the field. So that was my mindset. I ended up playing defense, as well as another friend of mine, close friend of mine. He was a quarterback, and then they ended up moving him to defense, and I believe he was safety the whole time he was there. Me and him ended up going to defense, and then the next year I ended up, or that year I ended up starting at a certain point, starting over a senior. And I had a good year. I did really good. I was playing pretty much so much. I ended up getting like in the paper as one of the, players who's seen the field the most and then returning to University of Mary and stuff like that. And I did good. I ended up getting 2 interceptions that year, a lot of tackles, a lot of deflections. And the following year after that, I also did good, but there was like other guys who came in that they were trying to see. So there was like, and one of them that came from a D1 school was rotating. So I was still playing, but I wasn't playing as much as my freshman year. The third season, COVID happened, so we didn't play. And I was in Vegas, blah, blah, this and that. I can probably even do that in another video if you guys want to know that experience for me. I ended up coming back, getting ready for the off season. We did like joint practices with other teams, and those were fun. But we ended up getting D1 guys, 2 D1 guys that came in. And mind you this, literally every year the DBs had a new coach. So that first group of coaching, that staff got fired. The new one came in, and literally every year we had a different coach, mostly in my position group. And I was, learning every time a new coach came in. I was making sure I learned it because I wanted to be on the field. I wanted to see the field. I wanted to play. So I was making sure I learned it. I made sure I implemented it in practice and implemented it in game, so I can play, stay on the field, yada, yada, yada. And after COVID and those D1 players came in, they looked like D1 guys. And at that point, I was like, all right, so I'm still competing. I gotta go all in. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. After COVID, I did gain some weight, which was tough. And that's on me. Personally, that's on me. That probably hurt my image, which I believe it did, because when they came in, a new coach came in, and that new coach was, in my head, all about what it looks good on paper at that point. Because D1 guys came in, they're tall, they're skinny, they're athletic, all this and that, like they look good. So they were playing, they were making plays here and there, they weren't making plays here and there. But when we had that season and that new coach came in, I don't know what it was, I didn't play. I literally went from getting playing time all the time, seeing the field. COVID hit, they came in, new coach came in, and I got not a single thing. And then at the end of that year, they ended up moving me to safety. And then when they moved me to safety, I played literally like the end of a game, near the end of the season. We were still losing games. We would win like 1 or 2 games a year. At the end of that season, with no playing time at all, I was like, yeah, I didn't like that. Like, that's not what I want. So I changed things up. I talked to the coach, asked what they wanted from me. And it was a whole bunch of not gonna lie, the head coach just kept telling me the same stuff every year about hips, agility, I need to work on that. And it was the same thing every year, and that's what I worked on, And that year, the next year, my final year, I was like, look, I need to switch something up. You feel me? something needs to change. So I did what I did. I lost the weight. I worked on my speed. I worked on yoga to work on my hips. I did all of that, bro. Like, I was trying to make sure I didn't have that same experience from my last year. I even talked to the new DB coach. It was like, yo, I didn't like that. I want to play. What do I need to do? And at that point, I was like, look, maybe I need to talk to him and figure out what's going on. Because I initially didn't think he liked me or something. I don't know what it was, but I was just like, it's probably about the paper. Like, what looks good on paper or in the news, D1 guys come in and they're playing type of deal. No matter if they mess up, it didn't matter. So I was like, all right, so I need to talk to coach, figure out what I need to do. I came back from my last season during like spring ball or summer ball, which is basically like we start after we do running in the morning, we have practice in the afternoon during the summer, which starts like June 1st. And that's like that every year. We have like a test, like a running test, and you have to pass to stay on the team and this and that. I can go into detail about that later, but basically I came back. I thought I was gonna play because they brought in a freshman for my last year to play safety. He was a corner when he came in with the D1 guys. But my last year, he ended up moving to safety, and I'm like, okay, so I gotta still compete, but I should be like one of the top safeties since I was really the only ones left that was still there with like 2-3 other guys. And for some reason, we started, like I did fine during, summer ball, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, bet, I should be playing. Like, I know the plays, I know my job, I know what I'm doing, I got better at it. So fall camp starts, and what they do is they started the freshman over me. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player. He is a really good player. Like, he's outstanding. Like, I don't have nothing against my teammates, bro. But he ended up starting over me, and I was like third string safety. I went from first to third, which didn't make any sense. And then we lost my homie because he had a child and all this and that. So he stopped playing football, went back. So we lost another safety. And I was still third, getting reps with the twos and this and that. And that season was basically, that season ended up being the same way. And I cannot kid you not, I was literally not playing. There was probably, I played like probably 8 snaps that whole season. And that was at the end of the year when we was already getting blown out. They put me at the end of the game. Like it just, at that, I was like, during fall, like that fall camp, I was like, yo, this coach must not like me or something, because it doesn't make no sense how I'm doing what he's telling me to do. I'm going out here trying to work my butt off, learn the plays. So it's the back of my hand like that, all of that. And no matter what I did, it was never good enough for this man, bro. And the D1 guys came in, they were still doing the same thing, playing good and then not playing good and this and that. I was just upset, annoyed, just over it, And that's how that season ended up. I ended up not playing again, and those last 2 seasons hurt me the most in my future and what I had planned. And now I'm just like, as you guys see, going to combines, trying to go on this journey of continuing my career in football, because I'm young still, I'm healthy still. Like, I can play, you feel me? I can play. I'm trying to get back into it while I still can, you feel me? My knees is good and all of that. So that kind of messed up my whole thing. And it's tough, So then my next point is like what it's like. As you can tell, it was good and it became bad, But for the guys that are going into college, on this next point, I want to share with y'all, like, things like this, take what you want from what I said, and if you have questions, comment below, please. But college football is way more than what you think. I know I went to a private school and things might be different, and it wasn't a party school. Like, all we had is house parties, and that's it. and they weren't even that good. It's different. House parties here are different, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, they're not the same. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody throwing that thing back like that, bro. They ain't none of that, bro. It's everybody in their little groups. They drinking their drinks, talking to each other. Like, bro, you could have done that at home. You feel me? But anyway, like that could be a whole nother video. But when you go to college, just expect to put in that work, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go to class. You're going to have workouts in the morning. Like our workouts are like literally in the morning, like 6 in the morning until you're like a junior or senior. I don't know about sophomore year, I'm not sure. But I know you work out that early, and it's called like the developmental group. Like we have different groups. And even if you're a senior or junior and the coaches can decide to put you in that developmental group because they still think you need to improve or you need more work or something like that, they can put you in that group. But later on, you end up being able to choose the time frame when you can work out. And it could be in between classes. You know what I'm saying? And then after class, you go to practice. And our meetings were basically, our defensive meetings were always, for some reason, 8 in the morning. No, not 8, 6, 7 in the morning. And then we had classes afterwards. And then the offense, for what I've been told, they be having meetings later in the day. The only time they had morning meetings was team meetings, bro. That's it. They only had like that one. And then they'll have like individuals in the afternoon or a team in the afternoon or something like that. So, you know, defensive players, man, expect that. Expect it to be harder. That's all I gotta tell you. You're gonna have to be tough, for real. But I will say, switching to defense did make me a lot aggressive. Because, like I said, I was on offense. And, you know, being afraid to get hit, and, you know, all this and that, But I never really was afraid of getting hit. I didn't care. But when you're in defense, it's a whole new level, bro. Like, you understand things. Like, you really get to out there and smack somebody for the free skis, you feel me? And for one thing, a lot of you guys might not go to a religious school. I know I did, and we had to take required religious classes. But make sure y'all choose what y'all want to do, bro. If you want to go to college, make sure you know what you want to do. You feel me? It'll make things a lot easier. Instead of having to switch stuff while you're in football, because doing all of that, you want to make your life as simple as possible, okay? Like, I had a job, I was living off campus, like, after my, after COVID, all this and that, and it's a lot. You're literally always busy, you feel me? So, just make sure you do what you're asked and work hard. But don't kill yourself. If it's not for you, it's not for you. You feel me? Another thing is, like, expect to be disciplined and punishments. Because a lot of people don't know, when we messed up, our coaches like switch things up all the time. There'll be like group individual disciplines or punishments or team punishments. Like, for example, once off season, like if we messed up, everybody had like their individual groups during the off season, basically, and they had a leader in that group. And basically, if you mess up, your group had to do things like clean the bathroom, literally scrub that joint down, bro. Like water, soap, scrub it down, bro. The walls, the toilets, we had to do that. I had to do that one time because our group messed up. I know there was for another one for like a team punishment we did. We woke up early in the morning, like 6, 5 in the morning, and we was out on the field on campus, and literally the coach had us out there running, crawling, everything, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I literally was out there and I had to use the bathroom, bro. I had to go, but they was not letting us, bro. Literally that whole time I'm out there, like bro, like I had to go, but it's tough, bro. Like, just expect those punishments, man. Especially if you're on a team that's not disciplined. Expect that, bro. I don't know how D1 is. It's probably the same from what I've heard, but expect that, because not everyone is perfect. Like me, I was the type of guy to make sure I did what I was supposed to do. I rarely like missed meetings in the morning, and when I did, I just, you know, ran after practice or something like that. But I always tried to stay on top of what I'm supposed to do and my grades. I always had good grades. And but it doesn't matter. When your coaches feel like it's a team thing, like it is a team sport, and understand that, like that's understandable, but when it's like that, expect you to have to deal with your teammates' punishment. And that's the bond. That's the bonding part that you get with your teammates. You're there with them 24/7. You get punished together. You get rewarded together. That's the bond you get in football. You feel me? In college, it's different. High school, you can do whatever you want, whatever you want, and just go to practice and just go to class. Like literally, it's different. It's completely different. Everything feels more limited when you're in college and you're living on campus and this and that. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and give you guys a couple more tips. For one, that I wish I would have known ahead of time. So when you guys go to college for a sport, the biggest tip I want to give you, if you go to college for sports and you have a coaching staff that has been fired, make sure you evaluate your decision. If you feel like you want to stay with the new coaches that come in and they change your position and this and that, go right ahead. Okay? Just make sure you grind it out and expect competition. Okay? But other than that, if you love a position that you came in with, stick with it. Try to stick with it. Be like, I'm sorry, coach, but I feel like I want to be a receiver. You might have to put in more work because they might have plans for somebody else to come in. So you might have to really grind it out. Or the thing that I feel like I should have done, if I would have known how my last 2 years would have went, is transfer. If you have that opportunity to come in the college sport and your coaching staff gets fired and new coaches come in, transfer. Because the coaches that brought you in wanted you for a reason. The new coaches came in and have to work with what they have. You feel me? So you want to go ahead, and if you transfer, find somebody that's going to want you. Somebody's going to want you. It might be tough because you don't know if you're going to have to walk on or get a scholarship, but trust me, if you believe in yourself, you can easily get a scholarship somewhere. Easy bread. Or even if you walk on, just put in the work. You can still get a scholarship. We had like 2 players on our team who didn't get a scholarship until they were like juniors or seniors, but they didn't have to pay for anything. It's tough, and that's how it be. But if you put in that work, it can happen to you. So that's my biggest tip for y'all, man. Is those 3 options. I suggest transferring, to be honest, but do what's best for you. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out by letting y'all comment below what y'all think, if you have anything to say, or if there's anything else you want me to touch more on in a future video or something. Please comment below, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification so you can see the next video and when it comes out and all this and that. So like I said, I'm trying to find something to benefit y'all and get traffic coming my way, because I'm a person that wants to help people. I'm starting to realize that I want to help people, and I want to be in a position to help people, and I need the people's help to get me there. You feel me? So if you like this video and subscribe, that means a lot. In my next video, expect financial advising. I want to share with you guys things that I feel like a lot of us, especially in my age group, did not get taught about saving money, what to do with your money, and how to spend it. Okay? I'm still learning things on my own, so these future videos, I'm gonna try and give you as much knowledge as I have and I can give you. So you gotta work with me. But if you guys like the content of what I post out, I can work more on learning it, continuing to, expand my knowledge and share it with you guys. So the next video, expect financial, something like that. Or I also am doing Forex now. I'm starting to teach myself it, because if you watch it, I used to want to do it before, but I thought it was a scam. But I'm telling y'all, pay attention to where you're looking at this information at. I suggest looking all this stuff up on your own before you go to anybody, because Forex is legit. It's just a matter of who you talk to about it and how you teach yourself. Right now, I'm teaching myself by watching videos, to be honest with you. I feel like I understand it, and I'm getting better understanding it, so I'm gonna probably share that journey with you guys. But basically, I'm gonna leave y'all with this one right here. Basically, Forex, it's like stocks. You can watch it, fluctuate, this and that. You put money into it at a certain time, and if it goes up, you get money. Or if you decide that you think it's going down, you get money. But if it goes the opposite way of what you think, like if you think it's gonna go up but it goes down, you lose money, so it's risky. But I can go more detail about that in the next video or future video. So whatever you guys want, just know that I'll probably do a financial video first, but for my Forex, I'm still deciding. But comment below what y'all think. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and please, if y'all got any more questions or want to know more about college football, comment below and I'll get back at y'all probably in a future video or something. You feel me? But I'll see y'all on the next one. Your boy Markel, aka Me Money, aka Made, is out. I love y'all. Peace.
I don't want the bitch, well you can keep her though. I don't want the bitch, well you can keep her though. I don't want the bitch, well you can keep her though. I don't want the bitch, well you can keep her though. I don't want her though, so you can keep her, bro. She riding for the streets, and I ain't bout that, whoa. I got that Glock on me, and now I pull it, bro. I give her big meat, then I show her to the dough. Bye bye. I don't want the bitch, well you can keep her though.